What is the reason for dollar rate increase? Demand for the dollar is usually high as it is the world reserve currency. Other factors that influence whether or not the dollar rises in value in comparison to another currency include inflation rate, trade deficit, and political stability. In 2002, 1 US dollar was equal to 59.503 Pak rupees. After 20 years, today 1 US dollar is equal to 201.25 Pak rupees as on 23rd May 2002. Following are the main reason: currency reserve status, inflation, political stability, interest rates, speculation, trade deficit or surplus, public debt. Currency reserve status. A reserve currency is a large amount of currency held by central bank and major financial institution to use for international transaction. A reserve currency reduces exchange rate risk since there is no need for a country to exchange its currency for the reserve currency to do trade. Inflation. Inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. A quantitative estimate of the rate at which the decline in purchasing power occurs can be reflected in the increase of an average price level of a basket of selected goods and services in an economy over some period of time. The rise in the general level of price is often expressed as a percentage, means that a unit of currency effectively buys less than it did in prior period. Political stability. Political stability means government stability. People will know the terms and conditions of the state. They will get the firm place to stand and act according to the law and order. It is like balance of bicycle. When it is in motion, then it is in balanced and keep on moving. When there is frequent stop, then it will not be in motion to halt the speed. Political stability is like a moving cycle which need to be keep on moving, but it requires maintenance, repairs and reforms on certain interval. Interest rates. The traditional things we do for people who are willing to lend us money is to pay them interest on the loan. If they lend us $100,000 for 10 years, we might agree to pay them 5% interest. Usually this interest is compounded. This means that the interest is calculated after a certain period, often 1 year, and that amount is added to the balance of the loan. So on the next period you are paying 5% on the new balance. The really important thing for the economy in general is that interest rate commonly charged on loan have a big impact on people willingness to borrow money. When interest rates are low, many people are happy to borrow money and have no trouble repaying because the loan balance grows quite slowly. But if interest rates are high, the compounding effect is magnified. At 10% interest, your loan balance will be double every 7 years approximately. At 5%, it takes almost 15 years to double, assuming you make no payment. So higher interest rates tend to stifle the economy by making it more expensive to borrow money. When rates are high, people are less likely to buy a home or car or borrow to start a business. They are also less likely to buy all kinds of things they don't really need. A slower economy means lower incomes and less taxes paid, which leads to the fewer services for the increasing number of poor people. So yes, interest rates are very important to any economy. Speculation. In finance, speculation is the purchase of an asset with the hope that it will become more valuable in the near future. Many speculators pay little attention to the fundamental value of a security and instead focus poorly on price movement. Trade deficit. A situation in which a country buys more from other countries than it sells to other countries. The amount of money by which a country imports are greater than its exports. The country trade imbalance was recorded at USD 39.3 billion from July to April period of the year 2021 to 22 as compared to USD 23.8 billion in the corresponding period of the previous year, showing a massive growth of 64.8% according to the data released by the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. Public debt. The portion of total debt which has a direct charge on government revenue is taken as public debt. Public debt is a measure of government indebtedness. It includes debt denominated in rupee as well as foreign currency. Public debt comprises of domestic and external debt. The total debt of all governmental units, including those of state and local government. National debt. Public debt is defined as any money owned by a government agency. An example of public debt is money owned by a city to pay for a recently finished sewer system.